Okay, so we're going to talk about the third A-frame that we built. This is my cabin, and this is the last one that we built, and we leveraged some of our learnings from the other ones. First of all, it's the largest. The A-frame is built on a platform that's 16 by 16. The reason we did that is we had plenty of space on the lot here to drop it in, and we didn't have to cut any of the wood for the decking. We just did 16 by 16 frame and then ran decking straight across on it. Same basic design where we drop in pilings. They're epoxied into the foundation with rebar. We drill into the foundation, epoxy in the rebar, cut the tube to the correct length to make it level, and it descends as we go back until we get to almost ground level where we have short footings in the back. Fill it with rock and concrete, let it set. Inside we have these squares that basically they're like angles that we can then bolt in to our frame. We build the frame, drop it on, then we deck it, and then we start erecting the A-frame itself. Now this again is a transforming A-frame. So as I'm shooting this, you'll see on the front, which faces directly west, we have a section here, roughly 2/3 of this section is going to open up. So when we have good weather, we can flip this open, and I'll shoot a video of it with it open and add it on to this. And that gives us more space inside, gives us ventilation, and basically a screen room almost to the edge of the deck. And the screen is basically just stuff that we ordered off of Amazon that they use for garages. We have a solar panel that comes in, recharges a lithium battery. So 16 by 16, the A-frame itself is 12 by 12 by either 16 or 18 feet high. Now A-frames are another very hurricane resistant structure. They're very strong. They're pretty easy to assemble and put together. So let's come into the cabin, adjust our eyes for a second. I'll shoot from the door here. We have a bed. Now there's enough room in here. We can bring another platform in and change this from a full to a king bed. Actually, two of these would make a king size. And again, power comes into here. We have lights and an inverter, so we can recharge and run. I use it on my laptop and on my cell phone here. And here's some shelving that we used, old crates that we found over at Flip Flop Beach, cleaned them up and dropped them in. So we have some shelves, nothing fancy, but it stays nice and cool. One of the reasons it's sealed up right now as a cabin is we had been having cold weather and some wind, so a little more comfortable when it's sealed up. But we'll open it up. Above, in the top of the A-frame, I've got storage areas where we can put extra blankets or supplies that we need. And so these are our sleeping cabins. Watch the other videos and look up transforming A-frame plans. I highly recommend the plans that Deke put together. So basically we built this in about 5 days. I'd say a week or so of work. You know, starting with measuring out and putting in the pilings, then putting on the frame, then putting down the deck, assembling the A-frame sides, the two sides here. And then once we had that in the ridge beam going across, then we started to put down the rest of the framing. Once all the framing was done, we basically started putting the plywood sheets up. Once the plywood sheets were up, then we went outside and we did elastomeric roof coating on the entire structure. If you haven't seen the videos, this is basically a fabric that you wet with elastomeric paint. You lay it down onto the side. While it's wet, you fully paint it with the elastomeric. You let it dry and cure for a day or two, then you do another coat of the elastomeric paint on it. And occasionally, you can just throw another coat of it on it. I don't think we've done it for 3 years, and it's been fine. If you have any questions or comments, please drop a like, and I'm going to splice onto this then the A-frame opened up.